we asked the question, why? Because of the incredible results, what exactly are we doing? And it started to make sense. But we're looking at alignment. That's, the better you are aligned, the better you're going to be in any sport or activity. There's no question about it. And it's what athletes look for when they're training. And then there are athletes who are born fortunate. It's already there in the body. But if you ask them what's the difference between you and somebody else, they couldn't tell you. And they will eventually lose the nice, not that it's terrible, but other than in football, they could use it because they pound the body so much.
Mm-hmm.
It would be nice for them to have that. It would be nice for people to have in physical therapy an understanding of what actually is alignment. It would be nice for nurses to understand it, for doctors. I've seen bones set on the body that were out of line because they didn't know the full concept of what is alignment. So it's opening up,
Mm-hmm.
and it's growing, and that's nice.
I just actually wanted to ask you exactly how was the work founded? Like, what was the initiative or the inspiration? Was it?
The reason why
for the creation of this particular technique.
Okay. Well, Monica had gotten what they call polio, and in the middle of her career, right, she was with Leonard Messine for 4 years, and she had paralysis in one leg. She went back to Oregon and started to work with a baseball trainer from the Portland Beaters at that time. And he was a Native American, actually. And he immediately took her brace off, started massaging her, and worked with her for about a year. Twice a week, once a week. And she started dancing again. But of course, she had a feel for the body already, you see. So she could immediately apply these things and kind of work through difficulties.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of how it formed. And then it was, you might say, a slow process of understanding things and putting it all together. Most bodywork systems, in fact, have started from people being injured.
Yeah.
Okay? I think you have that in Feldenkrais. You have it in Rolfing, etc. They're all coming from solving a problem.
Mm-hmm.
However, much of it is very mental about how we solve the problem, and it can become dogmatic as opposed to, well, try this. It's basic breathing, you say. What's the problem? The problem starts to dissolve. We're looking at something here that's kind of less dogmatic and more natural.
More fluid.
All right. Yeah, because that alignment, you might say that the body is already, or that alignment is kindred to the body. It's nature to be aligned. And that the reason it's out of line is because of the ignorance. Either the culture, whatever their conditioning is. So
trauma.
The minute you start to introduce alignment as we understand it, the body, responds. because it's nature to be alive. It's that simple.
That's definitely good stuff. It's, I know that for me the system just makes perfect sense to really include into everything, and it's helped me out professionally. It's helped me out, I'd say emotionally. It's helped me out spiritually. Um, I don't know if there's any more questions that you might have about alignment right now, Charity. None at this time. Yeah, I know that we've mentioned Monica a few times. So the one question that I do have is, so people might be able to get a better understanding. Harmon, who is Monica?
Monica Lynn Hathaway, I met her in 1963. And we started to work together. We were married. She passed in 1996. She was born in 1923, excuse me. And we have been working together that long. We started a center here, etc. To do kind of spiritual work.
Mm-hmm.
Does that answer your question? Who is Monica? There's so much content that I really, I think it would be a disservice. She was a beautiful lady, and just brilliant in terms of understanding. Is a woman who had a career all around the country, and in Canada and in Europe, and then did Broadway, and then that all slowly started to change, where she was still doing choreography and teaching classes and dance, but she decided to work with older people who had physical problems, and she wanted to see how this would play out with them. And she volunteered her time to work with older people, and was getting extraordinary results. And when I met her, most of her clientele were people over 50.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's as much as I can say about Monica now.
Well, I appreciate the sharing. And
I do have one more question. I wanted to know, as of now, where would you like to see this work go? What would be the next level or next step that you would like to take?
Me personally, I would like to see everybody breathing more. And when I say everybody, I mean the body. Having more internal space. My feeling is, I'll just say I would like to see it go out into the world as a kind of a simple thing that people would do. But in the process of breathing and having more space in the body, you naturally gravitate away from negativity, and you attract to what's positive.